Hi guys, forgot to unmute it for a second. But today we're going to go over two different things. We're going to talk about, obviously, the warehouse loot reveal, as everybody knows, but we're also going to review a little bit about the Backstage Pass for anybody who's not familiar with that or familiar with how some things are changing with that as well. So we're going to do both of those things today. So it's nice to see everybody who's here already. And we can jump into this. As you saw earlier, you already saw like a little sneak peek of what the loot looks like because of our image while you guys were loading in and we were letting you guys pop in.
How is everybody this morning, afternoon, depending on where you guys are at? Let us know.
Yeah, also today I'm wearing pink makeup on my eyes, and this is for a very particular reason.
It's intentional, right?
Well, I didn't make the choice. I made the choice, but I made the choice not by the choice. I woke up today, I looked absolutely ridiculous because I apparently have seasonal allergies. I've never had allergies before, but apparently I do this time. And my under eyes are like, my face is still really puffy. And my eyelids, a few days ago, I had like a reaction because I slept in my makeup and my eyelids got really irritated. So when I tried to do my makeup with any other color, it looks like I had snake skin on my eyelids and
it's not Halloween yet, right?
yeah, that's not exactly the look I'm trying to go for. But yeah, so that's why I have very beautiful pink eyeshadow because it's the only thing that covered my funness that I had going on.
Little allergy eyes, right?
Yeah.
They look really clear though. Mine always get like red and stingy, so you're lucky that you don't get that. Peggy says, having a wonderful day, temps are down and sun is out. That's amazing. I always love when it's sunny skies.
Yes, and actually I got this shirt thrifting. I really like it a lot. It's a really nice top.
What era do you think that's from? Is it vintage or is it kind of like newer? Do you think it's like 2000s or?
I don't really
within
know.
the last decade?
I didn't really look at the tag, but given the material, I'm thinking the last like decade, probably 2000s, maybe 2010s.
All right. So what thing are you guys most excited for today? Should we dive in to the loot reveal and show you what's coming this month, maybe explain about that, and then talk about Backstage Pass and kind of some of the benefits of that? What do you guys think? We will go with whatever anybody says first. I know it takes a minute for the comments to pop
Fastest typer
up.
gets their choice.
Hey guys, I brought my own water today.
And I didn't bring any water today.
Well, I guess you can borrow mine, just like I stole yours last time.
I don't think I want to drink that.
You don't want to drink from my Yeti? It's filtered water. You guys know Ainsley's a water snob, right? Okay, so it looks like Peggy says loot review, so that's what we're going to be doing first. So we will pop to our split screen and we're going to try the different
view today. Actually, let me shift this stuff up a little bit. It's a little too far up.
We can do, I think this is half and half. I think we need 1/3. Are you able to change that from here?
It'll take me a second.
Okay, we're just gonna adjust this just a tiny bit. We still have people just starting to pop on, so it's all good. So Friday we talked about swapping our views so that it's easier for you guys to see the details of what Ainsley's demonstrating and some of the other things. Everybody seemed to enjoy watching like that on the warehouse sale. Yay, Monica. She says, ooh, loving the loot already.
Perfect. You can move the camera up a little bit because I'm partially.
Sure thing. It's just taken a minute to
You were fine with the zoom.
okay. Well, yeah, it'll just take a second. It's fine. Just go ahead.
Just zoom back in because it's very far away now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Anyway, we have a beautiful piece of filigree here. Have more of these tiny ones. 3 of these. We have these teardrop hoops. Do some really fun dangles off of these with chain or beads. All of these are our bales, right? More hoops. These are bales, right?
Yes. Yeah. So you would string a pendant through those and maybe put them over a chain. You could link them together as well, but we primarily use them as bales. Sorry, I was looking at the screen and it wasn't matching up with what your hands were doing.
Feather or angel wing. Not really a feather, but kind of related. All these little circles that are humored.
So everything you guys are seeing right now comes in the warehouse loot, and this subscription is a very product-based, kind of volume-based subscription. So every month you get $300 worth of goodies for $100. So it's a really, really amazing deal.
Oops. These really hefty bezels. Both sides.
Yeah, I love the variety that Corey sent this month. We've been seeing a lot on the warehouse sale with putting abalone chips in the bezels. Now those blanks that Ainsley just showed that have the holes in them, those are made for rivets. So the tube kind of rivets. So if you've been enjoying riveting, you can rivet charms or other things on such. Did you show the wish charms yet?
Yeah, I already showed that.
So those are meant to go originally with the copper rectangles. They are the right spacing to be able to re-rivet it on there, but I think we can show a few different ideas of what to do with those. Pretty cool.
Super hefty, super large chain bracelet.
Chunky. I think that would be really great to also use as a center necklace focal as well.
Yep, definitely could do that.
Ainsley, did you skip your caffeine this morning?
Yes.
Yes.
I ran out of time this morning. I was tired. We moved all my stuff last night, so we moved all my stuff the day before, and then I had stuff going on yesterday, and I still need to organize a lot of it. And so I'm tired, and then last night I did looked into stuff before my classes start, all the things I need to know for the 2 classes I have today, so I'm tired today.
Can you tell? I'm a mama, so I can tell.
But that's a little bit of everything in here. Are we just going to go straight into the Backstage Pass and talk about it and then do this?
I think what we'll do is we'll do half and half. So I want to kind of look at this segment. Let's do some design layout ideas, and then we can go into talking about the Backstage Pass. So what are you most inspired by? I think you should pick out like a few of your pieces that you really want to work with.
Just want to move that stuff out of the
Get
way
it,
so
get
I
it out of
can
your way.
not be distracted by it.
So a little bit different today. We're really going to try to focus on giving you guys a lot of design ideas on what to do with your loot instead of doing a full start to finish project. So more of, hey, here's several ideas because there's so many things, and I think a lot of times we kind of skip over some of the really cool projects. So we're going to do some design layouts, have some ideas, maybe listen to some of your ideas of what to do as well.
Just gonna take a couple seconds to look at this before I
Formulate some ideas. We've talked a little bit before about design process, and I think it's always a fun thing to watch is the creative process from each designer. So when we are coming up with things, sometimes we'll sketch, sometimes we'll look at, hey, here's the pieces that we have to work with. How is this inspiring me to create? I don't know how my speaker got turned back on. That's like a tiny bit of echo in there. Sorry, guys. Now I'm listening to myself.
Oh, who would want to do that?
No.
Actually, I hate listening to myself, so that's actually a true statement for me. I think I want to split up this piece because I can make it into really cool earrings if I split this up, So
I'm wondering, I'm going to move this over a little bit. I don't know if it got... There we go. You're a little bit more center now. I got you off center for some reason for a sec.
So I'm going to split up this piece and I'm going to make this into earrings. Just going to show this process really quickly. It's very easy.
Yeah, we will do some small demos, just not start to finish today.
Just bending back and forth.
Are we able to bring up the loot on here? The product? Let me just see if I can do that. You keep doing what you're doing and I will see if I can do that.
And we just started, Terry. I can't tell where I'm at if you take that. I will do that.
Okay. Ainsley's just going to pop up the subscription on the top here.
It's under what?
It would be under warehouse. Loot subscription. That's why I was gonna fix it. So we could bring it up.
On what store?
It's on the warehouse store.
That's not a section.
It's fine. Just keep demonstrating. I don't want you to worry about that.
Anyway, we're just gonna clip in the center here.
Tracy, you didn't miss anything. We're just starting out talking about the loot for this month.
Actually, I think I'm gonna go in with the... that one went.
Flying filigree.
Okay, let's see. Take my chin nose. I'm gonna straighten this out. Just gonna clip off this little end here. And then you just file really quickly. I'm not gonna do the whole process since I'm not gonna make them completely, but just wanna show you what I would do here.
Ooh, so what are you gonna, these like feel very kind of Asian inspired, these drops that you're creating. Will these become a wrap or are they gonna be an earring element?
Earrings.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you know me, I get distracted. I'm reading something and I absolutely don't hear what you said. You should know that by now.
I've said it a couple times.
Hey, but if I'm asking, then what does that mean? Does that mean I heard you? Ainsley's tired, but bringing the extra sass this morning, you guys. She's never too tired for a little extra sass. What do you think? So I did pop here in the comments the link to the subscription if you guys aren't familiar with it, if you haven't seen it before. It is sitting over here in the comments. I don't know if we have a bead mat, but let me know if you want to put something out on.
I was wondering if we had any beads so that I could.
Well, we do have beads. You want to
just like
get
that I could have access to.
Yeah, well, yes. Would you like me to grab you some? And then I was thinking too, actually we do have a bead mat right here. If you want to be able to just put this on top of what you're doing, to be able to show the layout and then move it so that we have something to do. And then I can grab you some different beads that you could experiment with. I'll just grab you a handful of a few. Few fairly common-ish bead types, right, for what we like to design with. Creative process in progress.
I'm kind of looking at like some options, and I kind of like that personally. So let me grab another one. And see which way looks best.
Just grabbing some more. Make you some bead soup over here. What's cooking in the kitchen? Bead soup. Ooh, that's looking really cool. I might actually just like finish those out and wear them if you don't make them. You know me, I like my big earrings. Tracy says, love your shirt, Ains. Purple looks great on you. I agree.
Thank you. Can I have more of these blue?
Peggy said she wouldn't be a 20-something if there wasn't some sass. I don't think she will ever lose it, and I hope she doesn't.
Yeah, it's not about being 20. It's about being me.
Like forever, right?
Yes.
Even after, we always like to joke about when Ainsley was born, because we said that day that she had a really rough time and she was going to tell us all about it for the rest of the day.
Can you get more of these blue
yes.
crystals so I can finish laying that out?
Sure thing. I'm just going to put this bag right here in case you needed more. They're kind of like still strung on. So
that's fine. I just need
try.
like 3 more, or I didn't need that many, but that works.
20, why not?
I think that's more than 20. Okay. Here's concept number 1. For some earrings.
Ooh, liking what you did there. I think I would maybe, and I did bring out, I think we will do some antique on the filigree because I thought that would be a good, like, for our antique demo today, because we usually like to do a little bit of that on each week. I got you out some colors to work with there, and I think they actually go with what you've got going on. There's the lilac, or not lilac, what is it? Light purple metallic, and then a bunch of greens and blues and a topaz. So it's kind of like I'm giving you a color set to think about. Okay, so Peggy's saying she wants she's asking about your JJB experience, to tell us a little bit about what summer camp was like, teaching there. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. I know it's hard pressed to find in-person events. I know they talked a little bit about doing an in-person event in the future,
Yeah,
which I think would be really cool. But yeah, it was really fun. There's regular classes every day. There's like a little group where everybody gets to post on Facebook. So you get to see what everybody does. Everybody does their pieces and follows along. And you get everything in the bag. They gave me a bag. I wasn't able to do any of the projects, sadly, because I've been extremely busy. But yeah, it's like a really great event. It was super fun. Everybody was super nice, which I thought was really fantastic. There's definitely a lot of really fun other designers who were there as well.
That's so nice, Tracy. She says, I love seeing the Vintage family designing on the fly. I find it inspirational and encouraging. Thank you, Tracy. So yeah, it was, as kind of a bystander, it was a fun experience to see people that have known Vintage before be able to kind of get reintroduced with what we're doing right now, and then also people who had never worked with our product kind of interact, do the project that Ainsley taught, and kind of learn how to design in the Vintage style, right? With our components and things like that. So, what was I gonna say about that? Oh yeah, so something that was a little snafu we ran into is one of our tools that we consider an essential, a lot of people didn't have. Can you guess? Okay, so Jeanne was there, so she knows what tool it was.
If you were there, no commenting.
Yes, don't spoil it for everybody, but I would like to know what tool you think it was that we use all the time that a lot of people didn't have and had to go out and purchase for Ainsley's project. So this is a little guessing game. Let's see what you guys think.
Respond on YouTube.
Oh, okay, yes. Let me get in here.
Any guesses?
Link is not on YouTube. Okay, I will put that in the comments here. Thank you, Pat, for reminding me. We're on we're dual streaming to a few different places, so sometimes I forget. To check the chat. All right. So you're going to see this comment come in from Jean Holland on here if you're watching on YouTube. And it's just showing the subscription to the monthly loot. You might have to copy paste it because I don't have another tab up with my Vintage profile at the moment. So But welcome to everybody watching, no matter what platform you're on. Which I don't know if we're on Twitch today. I think I added it, but I will check.
You did add it, so it should be. It said connected.
So if you watch on Twitch, it's Vintage Natural Brass is the handle.
Get these prepped for my painting. Almost threw that in my face. I don't know if they caught that.
I missed it because I'm looking at my tab here. Okay, so let's see. Here's some of the guesses. Side cutter, bead awl. 2 guesses for the bead awl and 1 guess for the side cutter. We use it even more than either of those 2.
Yep.
And I particularly use it a lot. And it's not a hammer. I'll tell you that. There's the disclaimer. It's not a hammer. And it's not at all. It's not a side cutter. Okay, Gail says file, which you're using right now and we use a lot, but it's not a file. Do you wanna experiment with the color on those?
I'm going to. That's why I'm prepping them right now. Because I don't want to like.
You don't
file
want to
any color off afterwards.
Sure. So Corian says needle nose. Nope, it's the round nose pliers. Most people had those.
That'd be crazy if they didn't have those ones.
I'm also going to give you this other mat so that you can position it like so you can slide back and forth so you're not like making that mat all like nasty when you paint on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we could take a page out of Corian's book. Let me help you with this. I forgot to do it earlier. I'm going to keep this mat, like we're going to put them side by side, and then you can use one to paint on and then move your camera back and forth.
I don't want to move the camera back and forth.
Okay, well then we'll just use one to paint on and we'll just slide it back and forth. How's that sound?
Just because otherwise it's
That's
going to be
fine.
like the phone
Yes.
will be in the face.
Yes. You're happy with the way it is at the moment.
Well,
Okay, let's see if we have any more guesses.
Looks like somebody got it.
I'm raising my screen view changed. I need to pop this back up. There we go.
This is
Let's see.
pale
Somebody
green.
guessed it? Who guessed it?
Guess who guessed it?
Hmm.
Who do you think would get it?
Wait, I don't know if I've seen it yet. It hasn't popped up for me because I see bail making pliers, chain nose pliers, needle nose. Did they guess it on a different?
No. Who do you think guessed it? Who always gets these questions?
I don't know. Do you think Peggy guess
Yes,
it?
Peggy
Okay.
guessed it.
All right.
It's the hole punch.
Yep, hole punch pliers. Which is really like, I mean,
Ah,
I can't even believe that we designed without it.
I don't know
back in
what's
the
wrong
day.
with my hands today, guys. They like everything is jumping out of them today.
We just have little amphibious parts today. They're little frogs and they're hopping across the screen.
Cause this, I just tossed this in the air for a couple seconds for whatever reason.
Oh, I must have just scrolled past it because I see Tracy saying, I think Peggy is right. Yes, you are right. Hole punch pliers. A lot of people hadn't worked with those before, so it was kind of fun to watch everybody say, I just went out on Amazon and I got it and they're coming tomorrow. And then they were able to complete Ainsley's project, which was a beautiful pair of songbird earrings that she had created, which actually, we have them here. We've got 2 pairs. I might swipe one of these because I am in love with them. But she had a lot of holes that she added to them. And that's like, for us, it's like an everyday thing that we do all the time. And sometimes we forget that people that aren't familiar with vintage wouldn't necessarily have done that before.
Yeah, because a lot of people do more stuff with the beads than we do. And we're very metal dominant. Very metal project dominant. Might need to make more squares.
Running low on supplies. It's day 41. I've run low on my paper towel squares. It's funny. I don't know. Have you guys ever watched the sketch comedy group Studio C? I don't know. What do you say the height for them would have been in like the 2015s? Maybe
2010s,
2015s, yeah. But they're just funny. And they had this one sketch that was like this trailer that reveals everything about the movie in it. So that was kind of like the gag, the funny part. But then I'm like, I would still watch it. Because it sounded like, I don't know. Sometimes things can be predictable, or you already know what's going to happen, and it's still entertaining to watch. I saw a post come up about a movie that we like to watch. It's one of our, I would say, family favorites because we've watched it over and over and over again. But it was not a commercial success. It was John Carter.
Oh,
remember that movie?
We love that movie. We love it. I know Aunt Wendy loves it.
Yeah, their family loves it too.
We all love that movie a lot.
Do you want me to? You can just move that mat out of the way too. Is it cathartic to clean it up? Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm enjoying the cleaning.
Enjoying the cleaning process. Do you guys have any movies like that are your absolute favorites? And even if other people are like they didn't do as well in the theater, or it just becomes a classic. A lot of the people commented, I love that movie. It's my favorite. I've watched it over and over and over again on that post.
Debbie, she should have commented a link already on YouTube.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, look up, see where it says Jean Holland. And there's a link on here. Maybe it's because it's not showing up as a hyperlink. I could probably go in as vintage. Let me just try to do that. It looks like I do actually have a tab up here because it's from when we were doing summer camp.
Just relieving this, bring back some of those colors, and then I'm gonna give it to our design slave who wants these earrings.
I will finish them for her.
Well, not really for me. She's finishing them
I will
for
finish
herself.
them for me. Okay, so let me just see if I can paste this in here as vintage. And then I think it should, yeah, it'll actually work as a link. So if you see here, you're going to see a comment from Vintage, and that will have a link to this subscription that we are talking about this morning, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in.
We're going to send this off to our elf. And
Okay.
she can finish it.
Ooh, I like what you did. Hang on. Before you do that, hold it up really close to the cam. Okay, I missed it. Can I see you do it? Closer.
Can't.
Really?
It won't focus if I do it closer.
Really?
I have to zoom in to do that.
I just wasn't getting like that really like satisfactory. It's showing the superb details. I wonder why. There you go.
Yeah, I told you
Yeah.
I had to zoom
Yep.
in to be able to do that. I can't do it otherwise.
Interesting. Okay, so what are the rest of the components? They're right here that you put, and you wanted the bales through here. Very pretty. And then your wires?
I haven't gotten those. You can just do whatever.
Yeah.
And there's the beads right there.
Okay. Oh yeah, and those go on the bottom?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, let's figure out another piece.
Okay.
It's making me doing all this shifting stuff, guys. I don't like it.
I'm not making you.
Feel like I'm in
it's just a suggestion.
I would think it would be better if we just did one of those like cut up squares.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a little bit easier to
Yeah,
do.
maybe. Okay, now remember these are just layouts. We're not gonna full demo anything.
I know.
As much as we might like to. We'll run out of time. Okay. That way I think we can go through every piece and say, hey, this is what I would do with them. Here's an idea for every piece that we're...
I'm gonna tell you that I like that way less than just doing one piece.
I know, but so much gets left out. And you gotta mix it up every once in a while, right? It's like, no, give me predictable. Do you guys thrive on excitement and things changing? Or do you really appreciate the security of things being the same?
I like predictability.
Question for the audience. Did this go in the center? Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the others were just off to the side?
Yep.
Okay.
I would make this into a bracelet like this. I wonder if there's anything I could do here. This would be really cool to have like a something like that in there.
Something in the center, there's that compass pendant.
No, I don't like that. Like I thought a bezel would be cool there,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think it's just maybe a little too big for that.
Maybe if it was round.
Just gonna bend really quick so I can get a better feel for this.
"1980s Dune," says Cindy. Longtime favorite. Tracy says her taste in movies is eclectic. Doug, yes, John Carter is sci-fi. Ooh, so Peggy says Ghost, Dirty Dancing, and Burlesque. Candy says, I like predictability with a little change mixed in. And Cindy says, with learning, I like predictability, and when designing, mix it up. Doug says, I love change for things that are not working, not just change for the sake of change. I would agree that way. I think some people really just prefer, they always want something new going on. I think that's kind of human nature for some people.
I don't like that at all.
Aesthetically, I like to change my surroundings and have like creative, I don't know, like creative inspiration around me. Like I'm always moving furniture or hanging art or doing something to make my space more inspiring. And I would just see it as like a continual process of making things better. But sometimes I think you find in the process of trying to make things better, you find things that don't work. So you're like, okay, this doesn't work, so I'm going to change back to the way I was doing it. So sometimes I think in the pursuit of something better, we can break what's working. So it's always like a give and take.
So
Wendy is on here as
concept
vintage.
going.
She said, I shoot from the hip in all my art, but I love to have an inspirational focus when I start. So it's a little of both, I think, but maybe backwards. I don't think there's any backwards way to create. I think that whatever works for you. Ooh, you're making some cool stuff over there.
Earrings.
I think I kind of missed Ainsley's design. So selfishly, okay, guys, this is what my thought process was. Ainsley used to do these bead mixes, and then she would do this design layout of all these crazy ideas that you could do with the mix. And I missed seeing those. So that's why that's why we're mixing it up a little bit this week. And plus we need to have a little bit of time to talk about the Backstage Pass, because that's a really great program as well. That's why we're doing it a little different. So that sounds about right. Doug says Nancy does a complete redo of her sewing/quilting room every 2 months or so. Mine is like the whole house over, so you'll see like little mini changes happening all the time. Something that I'm adding in or taking away all the time. You know what I think I'm gonna do is use the bead looper to make all these little loops on these. That reel has actually been doing real well.
Do you guys like watching reels? I definitely like watching reels. It's definitely a time suck.
Do we spend a lot of time watching reels? Sometimes. Sometimes it's my wake up in the morning before I get going kind of thing. Like activity. My brain hasn't turned on yet, so it's, yeah. Definitely could say that. It could be worse. It could be the whole house. That is mine, Peggy. That's so funny. But I don't do a complete redo of the whole house. And surprisingly, our house that we moved into, we're just closing on it, which I think it finalizes today. There's not a lot of like major things that I would change, which is unusual because the house before this, we changed everything, top to bottom, renovated every single surface in the house. But this one, the bones and the finishes and everything and the tile work and everything was just done so well that I just want to layer on top of it, you know? It's kind of like having a beautiful, amazing filigree. You don't want to remake the filigree. You just want to add some antique to it to make it look just you, right? Your own personal design personality. Let's see. Candy says, I like your reels because then I don't have to look through a whole live to find something. That is nice, right? What's cool too that I found is we also make them into shorts on YouTube, since we're on both Facebook and YouTube. And that will let people know, hey, this is a small technique that came from the full class that we did. So if you want to go back, if you want to find something, or people that haven't interacted with us before, can be a good way for them to find us.
Connie, reels are just like videos. So,
shorts.
Yeah, short videos. So like
Yeah,
15 seconds
like
to
a
a couple
like a
minutes.
TikTok,
Yeah.
right? Like if it was on TikTok, but the Instagram and Facebook version, or on YouTube they call it YouTube Shorts.
Yeah. This is a necklace concept here. I would connect this with chain, and then do some cool of the same like technique in these bezels here. Probably something like very iridescent and glowy. Maybe like a faux labradorite would look really cool in this.
Oh yeah. I think we should do at least like one bezel from the lot. We could do a demo with that after you're done like figuring out what you want to do with everything. I love that. Now, so like you could take a screenshot of the ideas there. If you have the loot and want to design some of these great ideas. It's nice to have the playback because you can just pause and be like, okay, screenshot, and then you take that idea and design with it. I know we're not into Backstage Pass, but when we start talking about that later, we're going to talk about kind of the experience that we had with everybody being able to have their stuff in advance this time, which was a lot of fun. Let's see. Corian says, change keeps things new and refreshed. I'm a big advocate for making things more efficient. And yeah. So yeah, a lot of times if I have time during the week, or if we've done like a major design focus, like when we do a, what would you call it, a partnership or co-brand type thing, we will take some of the content from our live and we'll clip it out and make it into a short little video. Kind of like a mini tutorial type thing. Okay, so now you're making me want to make a lot of this stuff. Seriously. The design ideas that are just pouring out are crazy. All right, I'm gonna just steal this here in a second. Oh, wheel. Haha, she thought it was a wheel we were talking about, not real.
Real. That's funny.
That's funny. How do you like our wheels? Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, there are color wheels. There are other kinds of wheels. Yeah, I think the only one it allows you to do a link from is the owner of the video. So I think that's probably why it wasn't showing up as a link, because I was in there as myself and not as the company profile. That's YouTube I'm talking about, FYI.
Just have a few more pieces left here. I'm trying to decide what to do with them. And yes, those square blanks already have the holes. They're originally meant to have this riveted on, but I'm using it differently.
I wonder, Candy, if there's something delayed with your package, because I think most people should have gotten Backstage Pass already. Maybe somebody could look into that for you.
Let's see, so
Looks like Corian's on the case. She's a good little sleuth.
we just have a couple pieces left over that I'm not gonna go into, but we can go a little overview of these. So I have this pendant conceptual here. I have this bracelet concept. You would want to bend these and then we'd connect them here and here, and then to chain, and then drip these down. This is a necklace concept. Definitely do resin in here, do some cool effects. Thought it'd be a really beautiful one for like a boat neck shirt. This is a bracelet concept, just would connect them together, but I think it'd be really cool. These little like spiky little look there for a bracelet. This also could be turned into a bracelet out of these bales. And then this is another bracelet concept. You could definitely do some eyelet rivets in here and add some texture, and then connect this piece to here and then bend these. Some earring concepts right here. This is another bracelet concept as well that I just bent these earlier. Then we have these two pieces here. Thought they might be cool earrings. And then our leftover pieces are just these three pendants. Can totally fill these in with resin. And I also have another one of these. And then the necklace from earlier is also over here. Just connect these with chain, fill these in. And then obviously the earrings that we were doing earlier.
Which I'm almost done, guys. You know, I love a lot of little drops. So Ainsley and I'll have to be like fighting over this pair of earrings. We'll keep it in a neutral space so we can both wear them.
There's also another pair of, oh, I forgot about these, yeah. Might do something with these actually.
What's a really great idea for those fall, so you have those three pendants there. We've shown tutorials before on filling those in.
Well, that's what I was saying, is that you can do fill them in. That's what I said earlier. And then I forgot we also have two more of these. Definitely could do a bracelet like this, do a little pendant in the center, maybe a wrapped bead or crystal, or you could do it this way as well. Or just make them into individual pendants and do some cool drippy chain from down here. Or just do this as earrings with drip chain, like that.
Oh, so you had two more. That's right, you had two more of those. So you could do, there you go. I think you should put them on.
Here are those earrings. this under the
They look, actually, you definitely need to wear those. So today is your first class, right?
Yeah, the first classes. It's the first week of classes, so.
Wear them tonight when you go. They go well with your blue bow on. It's a mix of all the colors. I must have just like instinctively been pulling from your outfit when I grabbed the colors for you to use, because it's lavenders and blues. Subliminal.
Does it look like this? No, I don't want to wear big earrings today. But they would look really good.
They would look good with that outfit though, right? So if you go on a date later tonight,
no,
then
I'm not going on a date later tonight.
Then they're good date earrings, right?
She's making fun of me, guys.
I am not making fun. How is that making fun of you? It's not making fun of you. I think they're really cute and they go really well with your outfit and they look good with it. How is that making fun of you?
No, that's not what I was saying was making fun of me. You're making fun of me with the date part.
That's just having a little fun. That's not making fun of you.
I think you're making fun of me.
Nah.
And they're not heavy at all. They're very light. The filigree is always super, super light, and all the components are on the lighter side.
Yeah, I love that idea. So if you have not signed up yet for Corian's Loot, let's see if we'll paste it in here again. As a product, remember you get all of this stuff every month. It's only $100 and it's got at least $300 worth in there. And Corian always does a bang up job of really, really gorgeous selections. Peggy, do you have a date later tonight? No, she doesn't. I was joking. She had one yesterday though. She looks super cute. We have to live vicariously for having interesting social lives. I have I wouldn't want to start over again, but it's fun to hear about people's social lives. It's not like I would want to trade places.
You just are
but it's
making your
interesting.
test dummy. I'm glad that you can get entertainment out of my very boring dating life.
I think it's apt to become more interesting.
I don't know about that. Okay, let me move this mat out of the way and pull up the other one, and we can let my mom make whatever out of here she wants to make.
Oh, so whatever's left over?
No, you
me
can
to
just
pop
make
in?
any of these concepts you want.
Oh, okay. So you want to
Oops.
swap with me? Or what are you
Forgot there
asking?
was meat in there. No, I was just moving that mat over.
Okay. Oh, you're saying you would leave it laid out. Okay, so we came up with ideas for everything, right? What are before you move it, zoom it way out because I want to poll everybody with what their favorite concept out of here is. And I will put these earrings down on there too. Zoom it way out, and I want to hear what you guys think. What's your favorite idea? Sorry, I got in the way of the camera. I'm just noticing. Aw, that must be Wendy commenting.
Yeah.
They just don't know that they're missing out on only the most amazing girl in the world.
I know they're missing out on that. No, it's just...
They do. They realize a couple months later, yeah, I maybe wasn't as awesome as I should have been. Will you give me another chance? Only if you like travel to the frozen Arctic tundra and bring me back special healing water, then maybe I'll give you a chance, right? And that's the way it should be. Okay. Yes, so votes on what's your favorite design concept. For those of you who are already subscribed to the Loot, which one of these are you going to make? Which one of these concepts? And let me see, I'm going to check over on YouTube as well. Are they heavy? No, they are not heavy.
I already said that.
Oh, it rotates them. It just looks like recent for me. Okay, so right now, Debbie, we are talking about, this is the Loot, and we will be talking about the Backstage Pass in a minute-ish.
Gold bracelet or hoop earrings? Peggy said hoop earrings.
Yeah, I love those.
Cindy said, guys aren't worth much till they're 30.
We were just having this discussion the other day, weren't we?
Yeah, we were having a discussion about this.
Because I said, well, is it true? Because they were saying a lot of the Gen Zs are going for a little bit older guy because they feel like they're in more of like a similar life position. And she's like,
we were having a whole conversation about it and how society has basically, the way that we've done things, we're taught like, oh, boys will be boys, yada yada yada, but there used to be a social expectation. You had to be married by a specific age and like be in a relationship and like be a provider
or do those kind of things,
do all these things and have this career and all this stuff. But the generation that I grew up in was given the boys will be boys treatment without the expectation of doing anything by a specific time.
Right. So it's not a great combination.
Not a great combination, and it makes a very poor dating life unless they were raised very well.
So we're rooting for finding guys that were raised really well, right? That's our, sending the positive the vibes.
Yeah. Corian loved dating, but Corian and I have very different dating methods.
Yeah.
Corian's very much like, I will go for the free food. And I'm very much, I will ask you every question and figure everything out about your personality before I will even interact with you in person in the first place. And that's only if I deem you attractive enough, and that's usually not very often. Unfortunately.
So brutal, right?
So brutal,
yeah. Corian says, free hoodies and food was the best. My mama called me Mooch. You're so funny. And Debbie says, my pediatrician told me that boys don't even start to really mature until they're at least 25.
Well, that your brain isn't fully developed until you're 25 years old, unless you're neurodivergent, and then it's not fully developed until I think you're either 30 or 35.
Oh, goodness. We're all in trouble then. That's amazing. All right. I think we are ready to move on to the Backstage Pass Q&A, whatever, overview type thing.
Please take this.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can make some things while I do this one. What's this?
That's just my stuff to take home to photograph because I know we got some new goodies in and I need to get some photographs. There's some things waiting to go on the website. And yes. So that's my reminder. Photograph products and get them listed so we can feature them.
Okay. So we have lots of little goodies in here. Look at this. We have a little green girl piece fairy here. I've painted her before. She's super cool. She comes pre-patinaed. This cool treble clef.
And you would know about all of what these music things are because of your background in music, right?
Mm-hmm.
Monica was saying that she had a big background in music, and she had a number of music tattoos.
Cool. We have some wood cutouts that are pre-stained and painted.
So this is everything that came with the Backstage Pass this month.
And these ones are earrings.
So what we're going to do in a minute after Ainsley shows you what everybody got this month.
Super adjustable ring.
We're going to have her pop up some images of some things that people have created with them, what Corian did in her class, etc., etc.
Some chain here.
Now that's a fully finished chain. It just needs the clasp, right? So with the Backstage Pass, if you're a subscriber, you're going to get a whole lot of stuff, including the stash. Sometimes we gloss over the stash, but it is at least worth $75. We bumped that value up recently so that Corian could have more stuff to give you guys to play with, and still the same price, but always a great selection.
And then we have our leather earrings here.
So part of this experience, would you
and a little bit of this chain as well.
When you're done going through the pieces, which you're just finishing up, I would like you to bring up the photo that's in there that is what Corian did with the stash.
What Corian did with the stash?
Yep. So Monica says, yep, I have music notes on my ankle and a bass clef behind my ear. Ooh, that's kind of a cute idea for an ankle tattoo. With music notes.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of like fairy dancing or something.
I don't know. Oh, okay.
That's awesome, Debbie. She said, I took my bracelet to an event this weekend that I made with the eye. It sold first.
Ooh, cool.
So do you need me to show you which one it is?
No, I need to just fix this.
Okay.
See, they can actually see all of it.
Awesome sauce.
Here's the one with Corian. Let me find it. Okay. That Corian did. Let me move this. You guys see that? Looks like she hammered those music note earrings. She put what did she put on the ring there?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe you guys can tell us what she did there. So what you're seeing on the bottom is what Corian did in her guided stash class. So when you subscribe to the Backstage Pass, you can go to, you're going to go to our private group. There'll be a private link, and Corian leads you through creating with the stash every month. So usually what she does is a design on the fly, and then she'll incorporate other vintage elements to create these into finished pendants, earrings, other elements that you can use in your designs. So that's just one of the really great benefits that you get from this subscription. And it looks like we have a link in here. If you're interested in this subscription, you can click on that. I'm going to also put that on YouTube as well. So this one, I feel like with the Backstage Pass, it's just a little bit of everything, because you get exclusive education, you get also some items to play with, and you get a whole lot of experience.
I really like what she did with the mandala eye.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful, isn't it?
Looks really cool. And then, yeah, everything looks really good there.
And then also, if you would bring up the other
Example.
of
Lynn did this with hers. Made a really cute bracelet. She painted the leather earrings, changed up the colors a bit, and then she did the same necklace as Corian and just simply strung that onto the chain.
So this photo I stole from our DIY with Vintage group, which if you're not a part of the DIY with Vintage group, it's free for everyone to join that group, and there's always inspiration. Everybody's posting all the time with their great projects. But this month, the way we've changed up the Backstage Pass, it's a lot of fun because you're going to already have your stash in front of you. When Corian's teaching, you can make right along, you can be inspired and create all these great things.
And then we have, do we have to show anything else on here? Just like more about the Backstage Pass?
Yeah, so if you would bring up some of the graphics that we have here, we can talk a little bit more about what this experience is. Yes, what would you like me to do with it?
Way down.
How's that?
More. There.
You're going to show off your forearms in that view.
You can't even see them.
All right. Here we are.
So we have the $34.95 per month, 2 times the reward. So if you already are on our website, you know that you already get rewards. You get double the rewards. You get the monthly stash that we just showed you, and then all of the free live master classes. So we'll do master classes, the stash class, and Ask the Designer twice a month.
Yeah, so designer discussion. So 1 master class, 1 stash class, and 2 designer discussions.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is a lot of fun, and those are all just only for members only.
Yep.
So lots of exclusive content.
And then more about the rewards. So, Backstage Pass, you get 20% cash back for your purchases versus the 10% cash back for your every purchase. So you get double the amount of cash back.
And it's valid for 60 days versus 30. So if you're just a regular customer and maybe you don't know about our rewards and you're not subscribed to anything, you still get rewards. So check your email for those when you purchase. You're always getting something. When you're a Backstage Pass member, you get to hang on to those twice as long. Yes. And you get twice as many. So every time your subscription rolls through, you're getting some of those points.
Absolutely. So definitely keep that in mind.
So if you didn't get 2 times the rewards, it's because something is going on with your subscription.
Yes.
So use that as a cue. Hey, maybe my billing didn't go through, or you might not be current right now. Yep. So that's a good indication. Like if you didn't get your
we don't do anything manual for this. It automatically will recognize, the system will automatically recognize if you are a current subscriber or not. So there's a couple things. It's like it could be a billing issue, or it could be that your subscription is on pause, or it could have gotten canceled. But if you aren't current, it will just automatically, you'll lose that access.
Or some things that people have run into before is they accidentally made a new account and you made a purchase on a new account versus the one that has your stash. But we can always get to the bottom of that if you just email us at customercare@vintage.com. We can always help you with that. Or you can DM us. And I usually am looking on Facebook for DMs because I don't have time to go through emails myself. Krista does that, and she'll usually kick it over to me if she can't figure it out. But feel free to DM if you have a question about things, and I'm usually on there and helping people sort that stuff out. So, but yeah, we'll do that like after the lives or like what, that type of thing. So,
okay, you can put that camera back up.
all right.
More.
Tell me when.
That's fine.
Is that good?
Yeah. Then we have it here again. Anything else we wanted to go over?
Oh yes, just the sale today.
Oh,
You can
yeah,
go back to
so-
full screen actually, because I
Yep.
want you to model
And
these
also,
lovelies.
she did not even make anything else. She was too busy yapping.
Hey, it's important, I think. I might have to make these though because I
A
want
lot
to
of people
wear
like
them.
them, so
I
we
really
should
want to wear
do
them.
that while I'm doing this.
Sounds like a good idea. Then we can each have a pair, right? We'll each swap and wear them. I can zoom in a little. You're full screen again, right?
Yep.
Okay, guys. I am obsessed with these earrings, though. Are you kidding me? So, other news for the website. We have not put out the marketing for it yet, but we do have, like every other week, we run really great sales on vintage.com, which is our retail website. We've got a lot of irons in the fire. We've got retail website, wholesale website for resellers. We have the warehouse live shop, which is everything from the warehouse. And then we have on Wednesdays, the Idaho girls have their own Idaho live shop. So, and they do kits. So we've got a lot going on. But on the main retail website, we have sales every couple of weeks. There's something new. And right now, it's a great companion to go with your Backstage Pass, to go with your loot as well, because it's all chain and findings. So it's going to be 25% off of all chain and findings, so you guys can stock up with everything to complement your design. So if you need ear wires, if you need chain, etc., it's all on there. I think it's going to take me a minute to make these.
Guys, she's being lazy.
No, I'm not being lazy. I'm just saying it's going to take a minute because I'm.
I said
I'm
she
working
was
on it.
being
I
lazy.
was being
lazy.
I was being helpful and telling them about all the attributes of the Backstage Pass.
Not that part.
Sometimes, do you guys always do a good job making and speaking at the same time?
Guys, she can't handle a joke either, apparently.
What? I can. I have a healthy sense of humor.
Very defensive.
No, that's not me being defensive. That's me playfully defending myself and making up for my shortcomings.
Okay.
No, I'm curious though. Are you guys a make and speak kind of crew, or do you like pause? Do you find it hard to do both at the same time? I think if I'm trying to say something really specific, it's hard for me to do it. Like I've got to remember like exactly what's in the Backstage Pass and I have to explain that. That's hard to do. But if I'm just like gabbing, I'm definitely a make and speak kind of person. Like when I'm doing a class and I'm describing what I'm doing, or I'm telling a story at the same time. If it's not like something that I'm worried about capturing every detail, then I'm a make and speak. But I will pause. And it's different. Like if you've created something ahead of time and you already know what you're doing, then I feel like it's easier for me to do. But if I'm creating on the fly, sometimes like I have a very, very distinct internal monologue. Not everybody has that. Like, do you process internally or externally? I think that depends on how you also speak as well, like while you're doing a creative process, is if the ideas that you're generating are going on inside or outside. Cindy says, nope, talk or work or watch TV.
I'm more of a, it kind of depends on the day actually. Some days I can do it, some days I can't do it.
Monica says, nope, can't talk and do other things at the same time, especially seed beading. So true. There's no way. I think I did one like recorded demo of doing seed beads, and I had to do it only recorded, like, and not live, because it's so easy to get distracted when you're counting out the rows and stuff. Oh my gosh. For sure. I definitely see that. Yeah, sounds like it's a common thread. Peggy says, yeah, I can't talk and seed bead either. Are you making something?
I'm putting together the bracelet very struggly because I don't have any chain nails.
Wait, there should be a pair over there. I only took one pair. Oh wait. Sorry,
You
I lied.
You had both
I have
pairs.
both pairs. They're hiding under the mat. You know what? We did say we would do one thing today too. Now I'm remembering. While I'm doing this, is we said we would do one bezel fill. Do one.
Yes.
And I think you can use the colors that I've laid out for you to do a stone look bezel. And I think we can finish off with doing that. Oh, Monica, I would never have known. That's crazy. She said she had a stroke a few years ago and it affected her language center. One input only now, she says. Yeah, I just heard a story yesterday about someone who, like, they're really kind of their journey with struggling, recovering from a stroke, and they were a high school counselor. And it was her brother that was talking about it, and he was just saying that the thing that kept her going with recovery was being well enough in time to still serve the students at her school. And when she went back, she had to start with sliding a note across the table and saying, hey, I can still understand everything, I can really help you, but the way I communicate now is going to be slower than it used to be. I think it's just amazing, the resilience of the human spirit and what you can accomplish even when things are harder than they used to be. Okay. Yeah, it takes, somebody was asking about some of our plated items. Those take a lot longer to get in stock because we have to plate them in gigantic batches. So if you are looking for a great pairing to go with gold items, solid brass have that really beautiful, rich tone to them. I think the thing that takes longer about this pair of earrings is just figuring out the jump ring placement so that they have the same placement as your intention.
Yeah.
Monica says, I was very lucky. I recovered quickly. 3 children with nonstop questions the day after helped. I had to focus on them and what they were saying and answering them. They never noticed anything was wrong. Wow. That's really amazing, Monica.
Debbie said, I've been getting the brass, will it tarnish?
Just like anything else, it does, brass is a natural metal. So yeah, what I find is if you want to keep it bright, actually these are probably these earrings I was wearing earlier are probably a pretty good example of what your brass is going to do. just wearing it. I'll just pop over here. Can you put the top screen, the split screen back up for just a second so I can answer her question? Okay. So, like these are a pair of my earrings that I've been wearing. So you can see how these get a little bit richer look to them. They're not as like yellow brassy. They're more of like a rosy kind of color, but I feel like as they age, because these started out as just bright brass. As they age, they take on the feeling of more of an antique gold than versus a shiny gold. So that's kind of what they look like after just being worn a lot. Like I've worn these earrings a lot. And that's kind of what happens. And if you want, you can put some Barkeeper's Friend with a toothbrush and get it really shiny again.
Keep giving me a clasp.
A clasp. Which kind?
Just a clasp. Not
Any kind.
The medium size would be preferable.
Like that size?
Yep, that works.
Aw, Jean, she said she's back at school and misses the first part of the lives now. Well, we miss you too when you're not here. Maybe you can, earlier we were talking about the Jesse James Beads event, and I know you were there. And Peggy was asking about that, and you could probably tell her a little bit about what your experience was like. I know you shared on DIY with Vintage the project that you did from it, which was amazing. I commented to you, right, Ainsley, like her execution on the patina was just spot on.
Yeah.
I just thought it was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Now if I can get this bracelet on.
Wow, that was fast. Look at how quickly you did that. You can go back to full screen again. Sorry, I didn't tell you. Struggle bus. Are you struggle busing? Do you need me to put that on you?
No, I didn't. Another bracelet. Yay!
We will take a picture of a few of these. Would you do, we had the choice of those in the bright brass or the dark brass, natural brass, and I picked the bright brass because I thought that would give everybody a chance to do them in a really gorgeous antique finish.
I did the
Awesome,
wrong one out of
Jean.
habit, but you guys get the idea. Looks like she's getting there with the earrings.
So this one isn't the easiest because it's thick and you have to like put multiple jump rings in. I'm getting there though. While we're waiting for that, take this mat and do your bezel fill. Since we are now fully circling back to the warehouse loop, guys. I'm gonna circle around, making it extra hard on Ainsley. She's having to jockey different mats in there. So which one of these? Do you want to do one of these?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
How about you just focus on the earrings?
Okay. I'm thinking. What movie is that? I'm thinking.
Nightmare at the Museum. Or Night at the Museum.
Night at the Museum, like the
Yeah.
second one. The Thinking Man. Ooh, you can do all of them?
In one
Snazzy.
sitting.
Snazzy. I have for you some of that. You're probably going to need it.
I most certainly will.
We haven't talked about the Christmas JJB thing yet. We really hadn't, talked to Sarah a lot within the last little bit. And so that was really fun. Wendy had reached out to talk to her about our new antique line, and she thought it would be a really great opportunity to introduce some of the community to everything that we do here at Vintage. So just a really fun thing, but we don't know about the future. But I know Ainsley thought like an in-person camping thing sounded like a lot of fun. Like glamping sounded like fun.
Glamping next summer sounded like a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. So we'll see. She also commented on your hair accessory. Who's she?
Just going through.
I'm missing some of the comment. I'm sorry if I'm missing any comments here or like not following the thread because I'm trying to multitask and sometimes that is great and sometimes not
it's
so
because
great.
it's Wendy saying that about Taya. Said that.
She liked your hair bow.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cute. I feel like you and Taya have some crossover taste in some of the things that you like to do.
Everybody who has designed with Vintage ever has had crossover taste.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, there's specifically like the hair accessories and the ear cuffs, like some of those kind of things that maybe aren't what everybody does all the time.
I'm just doing a base layer so that I don't have a bunch of really thick resin I have to cure. So the base layer is just gonna make it so that it's a little bit easier for the rest of it to cure when I mix it with paint.
So I'm gonna leave these without because I want to talk about how they could put the posts on the back or how they could. So Corian just did stainless steel posts in the warehouse sale. Are you on full screen again?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And so I thought these would be really beautiful. You could Loctite those posts to these and then they become post earrings instead of adding more to the length. I really love that. So I just used all oval jump rings, and you can show the construction a little bit closer if you want to after you get rolling on that. But yes, we all have some crossover for sure, but it's kind of like Corian and I have a little bit more crossover and you and Taya have a little bit more crossover, I think. But maybe you're like the matrix, the center matrix, and everybody crosses over with you.
Or maybe I cross over with everyone.
Yes. Yeah, either way, right? Because I feel like I don't go into the fairy realm as much as some of the other designers. I'm a little bit more on the like Indiana Jones side of things. Oh, looks like Corian might be doing another giveaway today, guys. She says, don't forget to love react to the live today. So Corian usually does a little giveaway for us. So make sure you're putting those hearts up so you can get entered. Aren't they great, Jeanne? Like, I am so obsessed. Selfishly, I always want Ainsley to do the like major layout so I can pick like 3 or 4 of her designs out of there and make them instead of just executing a few. What? I'm just appreciating the creativity. It's good. All right, I might zoom out just a little bit when we're close in here like this.
Just putting metallic lavender, emerald green on my mat over here.
So Debbie, what is your question? She said, I can't buy things before they expire.
That was about rewards.
Oh yeah, you got to use them right away. Yep. So what's cool is you always have a little bit of something to use. That makes sense. I'm just going back through here and looking at comments to see if there's anything we missed. But Ainsley's a sharp cookie, so she didn't miss any of it.
Correct.
Tracy says, I love the design and style taste diversity from the Vintage family. Some projects are very much my style, but others are so different it makes me think outside the box. So true. Ooh, cool. And this is the metallic light purple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, such a pretty color. I feel like we haven't used this one as much, and I just am in love with it. Okay, so now I'm really curious what you're doing with this because it's looking a little like Joker. Is it gonna you're gonna put like one more color and then it becomes magic?
Just be patient.
It's kind of like, so when we very first did Raku, back when we were doing our patinas with Ranger, Mackie would do this color blocking thing and it looked hideous until you put the metallic colors on top of it. So I am curious about the process because I know anything that you do, it's going to be amazing. You're putting brown in there?
Yes. Gosh, she's being very judgmental of me and she's stressing me out.
What? My question, do we pay shipping when our rewards have dropped our cart to below the threshold? Yes. So if you are wanting to take advantage of free shipping, then your cart total still needs to be higher than the shipping total. I know that some of the rewards though, like if it's high enough, can be used towards shipping. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit more experimenting on that. And there's old rewards versus new ones. So I'll try to answer the best on what we have rolling at the moment.
It's not going to make sense at the moment.
So the relative color would be Fairy Wing. It's a metallic light purple. Ooh, wait. This is looking like magic. What the heck? Is this sorcery?
It's not going to... It looks kind of goofy still, but...
I don't think so.
It'll make more sense in a second.
It looks really good on screen.
Well, this is not the final step. There's another step.
Speed that up.
Okay. Now, can you get me all the iridescents. I have green.
Yeah, I think they're all on the same shelf. Started to organize them with our other colors. So I should have most of them right here. Violet, aqua, and peach. I have. What other colors do you have out there?
I just need the gold.
Gold. That might still be in the box over here. Clear. Oh, there's blue. It might be up. Oh, wait. No, I lied. I found it. Everything looks the best with iridescent, I think. Anyway. Man, I'm getting like froggy throat.
I'm just putting out all my iridescents. It's aqua.
So what would you call this effect?
I'll name it once I'm finished with it.
After you figure out.
I don't know exactly how it's gonna come
After you
out
have
yet.
finished inventing it, then you name it. That sounds about right. I kind of like, so some artists go in with a meaning behind their work, and I feel like when I create something, the meaning comes out when I'm creating it. I don't know if that makes sense, but. And then I saw this post the other day about art for the sake of being interesting to look at versus just there's a underlying deep theme besides just this is interesting, the balance is beautiful, and I really related to that. Whoops. Looks like Hunter's calling me. I maybe it's because he's like marked his family. It didn't do not disturb it.
Yeah, maybe.
He's probably telling me about his apartment search. What do you think?
Probably. Then we have green. Okay, I have all my iridescents out. I'm taking the tiniest brush I can find.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna layer.
That's a good way to describe it. Jeanne says, same, Jeanne. The colors tell me where to go.
Ooh.
Do you want me to wipe that little blob up for you so you don't do it again?
That'd be really nice.
Okay, I will try to do that. See if I can do it without getting in the way. Which I'm going to give us a goal. Within the next 10 minutes, we're going to be done. We'll see if we can hit that target. I think so. I think we can be done with these in the next 10 minutes. What do you guys think? Do you believe in us? Okay. What the heck? Whoa, this looks like rainbow, whatever that, rainbow obsidian. So pretty. And it's got a little bit of, but at the same time, a little bit of a retro vibe going on there.
Well, I kind of want
Like
these to
somewhat
mix
stripy.
a
Well,
little bit more. But I just needed to get them down
You know what? I
first.
kind of forgot that I was going to do that, is a class on like a rainbow obsidian effect. So maybe I will do that on my next master class. Welcome, Nancy. Do you guys like... Sorry, I'm getting so froggy today. Do you guys like that idea for a future master class? Rainbow obsidian?
I'm just going through and I'm taking a color and I'm blending it kind of more into each other.
Very pretty.
And to get rid of the stripiness, so I'll just take one of the colors to blend in.
So you could leave, if you want that retro look, you could leave it stripy.
You could totally leave it stripy if that's the look that you're going for.
And if you don't, I believe Corian has some of these bezels up on the warehouse site. If you haven't subscribed to the Loot, there's still time to subscribe this month. I think a few more days to get this selection. I think we've got like, wait, how many days are in this month? 30, 31? 5 or 6 days left.
I think it's 30, but I'm not exactly sure.
My husband has like all the tricks of remembering all of that. Like there's something that you do with your knuckles that is a trick. And my brain just has never prioritized knowing how many are in a month. And I always look it up. Kind of like I never memorized math facts. Or at least after I memorized them, like they've completely gone. Most math facts did not stay in my head. Like the things you have to memorize when you're a kid. Yep, thank you, Corey. 31 days. So you guys have 6 more days. If you subscribe to the Loot, you're going to get everything that Ainsley showed, all the ideas with for today. Yep, so points for the Backstage Pass are only on the retail website. We're able to do extra discounts and sales and things on there because it is not a discount site. Even though we have really great deals there a lot. The warehouse shop and also the Wednesday lives, those are heavily discounted. What?
Inkwell, or actually get me gunmetal, whatever the equivalent is.
Metallic gunmetal.
Metallic gunmetal.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We're almost done with this.
If I can find it. Well, there's black.
Oh.
Silver. Guess what? The very next color I picked up was. Okay, while Ainsley's finishing these up, Corian, are you getting ready? Rebecca, these are all, can you show her the bottle? Because she's asking what paint this is. Can you show her what one looks like just on your screen? Yes, there we go. These are our one-step antique glazes that Ainsley's using. And did you show her the branding on the front of it?
That's what I showed.
Yeah, okay.
I thought that's what I had on screen.
No, I don't know. It hasn't, like, I'm really, like, literally way behind you. Anyway, this is for using on all types of jewelry mediums. Metal, clay, polymer clay, wood, leather, all this kind of stuff. So we always feature a little bit of our techniques using this on all of our Monday lives. Well, I think Ainsley's kind of creating this rainbow obsidian effect for me. Gorgeous. Holy cow. Maybe this needs to be your next masterclass, is really diving into creating with this technique, because it's amazing. You're ready for the link anytime. Okay. So as soon as you're ready to let that dry for a minute, we can get into doing the giveaway.
I will be done in just a second.
Very pretty.
And then I will just, all that's left is after that dries, is a little bit of resin to just thin.
Yeah, like a little coat. Protect it and keep it all like magnified and everything. Patty, I think so too. Gorgeous.
Let me get this so we can have Corian come in.
So we're going to have Corian pop on and do the giveaway. She said she's all ready.
Okay, we should have her any second now.
I'm here. Hi, everybody. Ainsley looks so stinking cute right now. I am
Thank
obsessed
you.
with blonde. It makes you look so good. It's very flattering.
Thank you.
But those bezels that you were filling, those remind me of the Northern Lights.
Yeah, they do kind of have that feel.
They're so pretty. Let me know when you guys do the demo on that, because I need to watch.
I think it should be Ainsley's next masterclass that she does.
It's so good. You guys know the drill. You need to react to the live to be entered into the wheel of vintage, and then we will spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on will get this cute little sampling. It's got some filigree, some pendants, some charms, some blanks, just a nice little selection of some goodies that'll come your way. And all you have to do to claim is ensure that you have an open order with us, Vintage. So I'm going to refresh this once I the peace sign mark that I do on the live, so then I can ensure that you guys have gotten your loves in. So just make sure you have those, and then we'll get you guys into the wheel. But today was so good, Ains.
Thanks.
What was everybody's favorite? I'm curious.
I'm unmuted.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
What was
What
your...
is everybody's favorite thing of the day?
Yeah.
I also, like, I had a pair of these, Corey, the backs that you did at the warehouse sale. I had a pair here, and so I'm finishing out that pair of earrings with them.
Ooh, that's awesome. I think my favorite has to be probably bezels, or the earrings that, like the hoop earrings that Ains did with the really cool.
Yeah, that definitely seems like your style.
Loved it.
I've got them drying here, so you'll be able to see them on as we're finishing.
I'm so excited. All right, I have everybody's name. You have a 1 in 20 chance of getting this giveaway today. So I'm going to make full screen. And I'm going to turn it around. It's purple and blues today is our theme.
Ooh,
so that's
I like that.
the purpley blue to kind of match Ains's outfit. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. She's spinning.
Ooh, Monica
Monica
Thompson.
Thompson. We have a winner. So Monica,
Congratulations.
I know you have an open order with the warehouse, so I'm going to write your name on here. I'll try a little doodle too to try and match.
So you guys are getting special treatment, ultra special
Oh,
treatment.
everyone that wins gets a cute little doodle from Doug. And there's some people that have emailed me saying, like, if you want to pass on my trivia, like, pass it on, but I still want my doodle by Doug. So I thought that was kind of fun. But good job, Monica. I'm going to include this with your order that should be shipping out either this afternoon or tomorrow. So, okay, good. She got it. She said, yay, thank you. So she knows that she won a little giveaway.
Perfect.
All right, guys.
Yay.
I'm still working on getting these things packed out to ship out to you guys tomorrow. But look forward to Wednesday and Friday. I think those are the only 2 days do we have something going on Thursday?
Yeah.
Master class. I think it's yours.
It should be a
or your.
It should be a designer discussion, which I have to see who's up for that.
Okay.
So,
cool.
But that's for Backstage Pass.
Yep.
All right. Look forward to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. And I will see you guys later.
Bye, Corian. Thank you. Okay, and I'm just finishing these guys out with a thin layer of resin. I'm just spreading it around on this last piece here. And I just went in and scooped it in there. I can seal this in. I can show you the final result.
Did you zoom?
No, they didn't really need to see because it's just the resin process, but they just get the rough idea. And so we have that. And anything else? You finished those?
I did, but I don't want to Loctite them to your ear. So
yeah,
we'll show, I want to show them what I did with the jump rings here because it's kind of important to
I did show them the piece earlier.
Okay, perfect. Then we're good. Yeah, I think it's going to take a minute to dry and I just don't want them glued to your ears.
Yeah, that sounds pretty preferable that doesn't happen. Some reason I think that's a great, responsible thought process.
Mary, what Mary is saying, I came in late and don't know how to order here. So for this live, Mary, we have a couple of things that we featured today that are in our comments here. There's links to them. And Mary's coming from YouTube. So we have our warehouse loot, which is most of the things that we've been showing and demoing during the live. And that is the first link that we shared from Vintage Co. And that's on vintageliveshop.com. And then we have the Backstage Pass, which we talked a little bit about today, and that's on vintage.com. So let me make sure that we have that on here as well, which I don't know that we have the link to that on YouTube. So I'll make sure that I put both of those in here.
For the resin, Cindy, I just make sure the resin is completely cured. And I cure it to my mat, and it shouldn't stick, and I will peel it off. This is a little soft, so it probably would need to cure longer, but let me zoom in on these guys for a quick technique of the day. What do we think?
What were you asking?
Finished result.
Oh, what do you think of the finished result? Okay. It's not a vote one. I'm just trying to multitask here, guys, so that we have also links in YouTube for the Backstage Pass and the warehouse loot. I think they're gorgeous. I want one. Were these part of that big necklace though, right?
Yeah, that's what they're part of.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lovely.
Yeah, that'd look really good.
How do you clean any sticky areas of what? Cindy, to clean the resin off. What do you use to clean your mats and silicone brushes? I just use a little bit of Dawn dish soap.
Look at that.
And it just pops right
See,
off.
that just peeled completely off.
Or if it gets on your silicone brushes, I just like pop it off. But then
so I will clear
soapy water.
I just cure it completely and peel it off. It shouldn't stick to it. One thing that will stick to your mat and ruin your mat is Loctite, so definitely be more careful about that.
Yeah, I always put like a little paper towel underneath that because that doesn't want to come off for sure.
No, it does not come off. I think that's everything for today. We have our little bracelet, and we had our earrings that we showed earlier, and then we have the other ones that she's now putting on, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to put these on. You put those on.
She's risking it. Well, I can't. I already put my other earrings back in, but
it's dry enough. I will risk my own safety for... Oh, dang it. This one is not dry enough, though. You're getting a little bit too much of a kick out of that I think. We'll show one because one's dry enough, the other one isn't. There we go. You thought that was way too funny. All right, guys. Did you put them in? Yes? No?
No, I said I wasn't going to because I already put my other
okay.
earrings back in. But
So that's that pair. And I did it as a post. So, I don't know. That's kind of hard to see out there.
let me just... You have to bend down a little bit more. There.
There we go. I think I'm going to put some antique on this too to make it stand out as well.
Guys, you can see how buff my arms are.
And how not buff mine are, right?
They can't see your arms at all. They're not in frame.
No, I'm just thinking. Oh. All right. You can zoom out. And I'll just hang out here to say goodbye for a second. Thanks for joining us. It's always fun to see you ladies.
Yep, I hope everybody enjoyed those projects, the last minute little effects, and are inspired to get their own loot and start creating. There's a lot of good stuff in there, so definitely get it and definitely sign up for BSP if you aren't already. Thank you for joining us. Bye, guys.